Hey, how you doing? Vinny the Axe. Today I want to talk about my Fender Custom Shop 1960s Relic Stratocaster. So this guitar I've had for quite a while, and when I mean quite a while, probably a couple of years or 3 years maybe. That's a lot for me. And this guitar stuck with me um, for multiple reasons. One, I really enjoy playing it. Two, it sounds really good. And three, there's just something about it that it just doesn't want to leave my possession. Like a series of omens that have happened. I've had it up for sale several times, and several times the buyer didn't pull through on the payment, and all kinds of other shenanigans. As a matter of fact, a recent one that gave me an epiphany to just keep the thing. So this guitar comes from the Fender Custom Shop. It is in I would say, like a regular relic or a lighter relic. It's not completely beat up like a heavy relic. And this comes like this from the factory, if you don't know. Why would somebody want to spend thousands and thousands of dollars on a guitar that's pre-beat up? Well, there's multiple reasons, and there's multiple bullshit reasons why people do it. I will tell you that I'm OCD, and if I ever get a scratch in a guitar, I usually sell it because it's got a scratch. This solves that whole problem because it's already pre-beat up, and then I can't say that I scratch it, and even if I scratch it, I probably wouldn't even know. It's a weird thing. I talk about it in one of my other videos. The other thing about it is they put a really thin nitrocellulose lacquer finish on these guitars, and they seem to resonate a lot better, which I've also spoken about in another video. Some people can't stand this, and, great. I totally get it too, so, to each his own. This is in a really cool color. It's called Faded Candy Melon Metallic, or Faded Melon Candy Metallic. I don't know. It's one of those. Anyway, it's a different color for them. It's not something that you see all the time. It's really actually a super nice color, and some of you probably would say that, man, if they didn't relic that thing, it would be unbelievable. And you're probably right, but good luck trying to find one. You'd have to special order it and probably wait a year or so, God knows, and what it would cost you. So anyway, this guitar is really, really cool. It's set up with a set of custom wound or hand wound custom shop uh, Texas specials in it. And they sound a little bit different than the standard Texas special custom shops you buy out of the box. And I don't know because if it's the secret hand wound thing, or it's just they do something, there's a different type of magnet in here, or they do use a vintage magnet. I don't know what it is, but normally on a Strat, this pickup is usually really, really bright. And what I've found with the custom shop guitars is that it's super playable in here without even having to mess with the tone control on the bridge pickup. So they do have a little bit different of a sound. Really cool guitar. It's pretty lightweight. The action is pretty cool. And what's cool about this one, it has 6,100 frets on it, size frets, which is probably, I think, the largest size fret you can get on a guitar, and makes it easier to play. And you don't have to push down as hard on the strings to get the notes to ring out. The only thing probably deeper than this or higher than this, depending on how you look at it, would be a scalloped neck like on a Yngwie Malmsteen guitar, which I think it uses the same frets. It's just the fingerboard is scalloped out. Anyway, so I wanted to tell you a story about this guitar, like of why I decided to just finally keep this thing. Is this weekend I had it up for sale. It's been up for sale for a little bit, about a month, and I get a message from a guy saying that, hey, I'm really interested in the guitar. Would you accept this amount of money, and and could you ship it to Miami for me? And this guy's located in Chile, so I'm like, okay. Now I'm a little leery when somebody contacts me from outside the United States, and it's not because everybody's bad outside the United States. We've had plenty of bad people here, but I did sell a guitar to a guy in Colorado one time who purchased it, went to his uh, address that's listed on the Reverb site, and it went there no problem. Like 4 weeks later, I get an email from a guy through Reverb showing me the guitar is damaged and the whole side of it's broken off. And I'm like, what the hell is that? So the guy's in Sweden. He's like, I want a refund. The guitar's damaged. I'm like, I don't know who the hell you're talking to, but I didn't sell that to you. I sold it to a guy in Colorado. So a guy in Colorado bought it for this guy in Sweden and shipped it to him. And the guitar got destroyed by customs or whatever the thing is. And the guy had the balls to ask me to get a full refund back. You're talking, a couple $1,000s or whatever. I'm like, you're out of your mind. So I had to go through arbitration with Reverb, and Reverb was like, yeah, you don't have to pay for that. That wasn't part of the deal. So anyway, going back to this weekend story. So this guy's in Chile. He says, I'll send it. Can you send it to a friend of mine who lives in Miami? And I'm like, okay, as long as the guy's Reverb account reflects his address in Miami, and he's in Miami and he purchases it, I'll send it to Miami. Not a problem. So we make arrangements on a price. I wait for this guy to buy it. I don't hear nothing from him, and then all of a sudden, 1:30 in the morning, my phone goes off. Technically Saturday morning. Accepting the offer, through Reverb. So I go, okay, and then no payment. I wait about 8 hours, no payment. Now they have, I think, 3 days to pay, but normally when guys are buying high dollar guitars, they usually will pay, usually immediately. And I've sold a lot, so that's usually what it is. I've only had a couple people go like, give me a couple of days to get the money, in the bank or whatever whatever financial arrangements they're making. But usually they're like communicate with that. There's no message, just here's the offer, I accept it, and then it's it. I'm in limbo. So I wait about 8 hours or so, and then I'm looking at this guy's shipping address. It's showing me a zip code down by the Everglades or something, but this particular guy, now the guy in Chile, this is this guy's friend, his Reverb shop, which he has, is showing that he lives in Chile as well. So I'm like, I don't know, red flags start going up, and I'm giving this guitar for like a super deal, like almost like stupid, stupid deal. And I think that's good karma sometimes. I give people really good deals on guitars, and I get cool deals in return. I just feel that that's the aura, or whatever you want to call it, the karma, you know. But I'm like, something's not right with this. So I cancel the order. And then the first guy contacts me and says, hey, what happened? You canceled the order? My guy's going to pay it sometime soon. Sometime soon? What soon? You know what I mean? And I'm like, look, man, you told me this guy lives in Miami. He also has a shop, and he's in Chile. Oh, well, we go back and forth to Miami. He gets guitars. He sends them to me. Blah blah blah. I'm like, look, I think this is a scam. I'm sorry, man. I'm not going to sell the guitar to you. Blah blah blah. And he sends me back this big long dissertation on how he's offended and I offended him, and how dare I offend him to say it was a scam and he's legit. And he's sending me pictures of his guitar collection and his amps. Yeah, man, cool. I could get pictures of people's collections offline and send it. And you know what? I'm sure it's not a scam. These guys are buying guitars, high dollar USA custom shop guitars for good deals from people, and then they're probably sending them to Chile and selling them for a fortune. Either way, don't care. I'm not selling it. So finally, I'm like, you know what? The hell with it. I'm not going to sell it. This guitar has just had a bunch of weird scenarios where just I'm just like, you know what? It's an omen. I'm just going to keep the thing. And it's not like I'm keeping like a lemon. This thing is probably one of the better playing guitars I ever owned. And you're probably asking me, why would I want to sell it? Well, sometimes I see the coin and what the value is of something. And, if I want to get something new or mess around with a new guitar, I'm not rich, so I got to sell something to get something. But I don't think I'm going to do that in this case. As you can see, the frets on this thing are awesome and shiny. And the action's amazing. And the guitar plays outstanding. So, is a Fender Custom Shop guitar worth it? Depends on how much money you have and if you're willing to part with that coin to get the guitar. Do they play better than a USA Standard? I know I'm going to piss some people off here, but I have probably, in the last 30 something years of messing with guitars, I've probably owned, I don't know, probably 40, 50 American Standard guitars with the polyurethane finish on them and stuff. And I'm not a guitar snob. I'm telling you, I don't think they come close. I think it's that heavy, heavy finish that's on the guitar that stifles the guitar from resonating, and you don't get that kind of feeling when you play it. I've talked about it in other videos that I've done. I think it is kind of worth it. However, the price of these things through inflation and everything else has gone nuts lately. So a Fender Custom Shop that was like 3,800, 3,900 a few years ago is now 5,000, 5,600. Some of them are going, if you get into a master built by one of the master guys, they're like $10,000, $12,000. Do I see the value for that? No, no. You're just getting it because some guy's famous name at the custom shop built it for you, and cool. I mean, if you got that kind of coin, fine, but I think they do a pretty good job in the custom shop on the standard ones. Um, that they're really good and they play really well. Can you make a American standard play really well? Yeah, you can. Can you upgrade them? Yep, you can. But if you look at the price of American standard now, they're getting up there too. When I was getting into guitars back in the day, I think an American standard was like $799, and now an American standard, I think they're pushing about $1,500, $1,600 and up, maybe 17 by now. And then there's deluxe models that are pushing like I think 2,400. So the prices of everything are just going nutty. But I'm gonna keep this guy for now. I think I'm just gonna just say to myself, the hell with it. It's off the chopping block. I'm not getting rid of it. I'm just gonna keep it and just shut up about it. I'm done. Like I have to tell myself mentally, you're done. Just keep the damn thing and play it and enjoy it. And I will set it up with 9 gauge strings this time instead of 10. I talked about that in a previous video about maybe changing the string gauge to make it a little bit more playable, and I have found that the 9s seem to work better on here than 10s. My personal preference. I don't have that crazy tension to deal with, and it seems like it's playing really good. So cleaned it up this morning and moisturized the fretboard, and this has a really, really dark rosewood board, like super dark. It almost looks like ebony. It's really cool. But it's the rosewood is a little bit more porous, so you can see the pores in it. But man, this is what a cool fingerboard, what a cool piece of wood. And then the back, it's still got like the gloss. This one, sometimes you'll see they'll sand this and put it down to bare wood like it's worn out. This one, not so much. This one's glossed, and that's the way with the build out was created. That you can see where they've done like a little like wear finish, taking the tint off there. That's deliberately done. But the guitar plays like $1,000,000. So we're keeping this guy. Anyway, thanks for tuning in this Sunday, and leave a comment thingy down in the comment field if you want to chat about it. Also, please like and subscribe. I could use the subscriptions because I would eventually like to monetize this thing. So tell your friends, get them to subscribe if you wouldn't mind, and I'll see you next week. Take it easy.